A 31-year-old painter painfully hangs 120 feet off the side of a water tower near Houston, Texas. The only thing keeping Walter Cootie from plunging to the ground is a single safety line attached to his harness. But the rope is pulling up under his rib cage, cutting into his skin, and making it very difficult for him to breathe. The Ponderosa Volunteer Fire Department and paramedics arrive. Firefighters can't reach Walter by their engine company ladder, so their only option is to climb to the top of the tower and rappel down to save the frightened painter. Firefighter Paul Cote volunteers. Cote only recently completed rappelling training, but has never participated in an actual high-rise rescue until now.
I'd only been a firefighter for about 18 months. I realized that people are going to be watching this and there's no margin for error.
The Ponderosa Volunteer Fire Department also calls for a high-rise expert from the Houston Fire Department, but there's no time to wait for his arrival. Walter needs help now. Firefighter Cote climbs to the top of the tower. His colleagues prepare for his descent. Down below, Walter's pain grows as the rope continues to cut into his skin. Firefighter Cote approaches his mission cautiously.
I went ahead and rappelled from the water tower and started going down the side of the water tower. It was amazing. I realized that no mistakes. My biggest fear was that he would fall when I got to him.
Firefighter Cote carefully rappels down the tower. He makes it to Walter's side, but the danger is not over. Cote's plan is to relieve some of Walter's agony by securing him to a new harness.
He was in a lot of pain. I knew that I needed to get him off of that belt system that he had and try to tie him around his waist so that he could have an easier time to breathe.
Firefighter Cote passes a strap through Walter's legs and ties it around his waist. Now he secures Walter to his own harness with a clamp. But he realizes he doesn't have a knife to cut away Walter's old safety line. Then Specialist Roger Leader arrives on the scene to assist in bringing Walter down. Firefighter Leader knows both men are precariously free-hanging off the tower.
Free hanging means that they're suspended underneath in free air. There's nothing to put their feet on, there's no support. The one bad thing about it is if the wind's blowing, you'll be up there swinging in the air, and there's just no way actually to get comfortable.
Leader cautiously approaches the men.
Basically, I made sure they were okay, talked to them a little bit while I was tying myself off, dropping my line down.
Firefighter Leader takes out a special knife and begins to free Walter from his safety line. Now Leader secures all three men together.
I felt it would be safer that I tied a harness in between all three of us.
Once Walter and Firefighter Cote are attached, Firefighter Leader swiftly but carefully lowers them all to the ground. Paramedics take Walter to the hospital. He remains there recuperating from painful third-degree rope burns and serious skin lacerations. But Walter is grateful to be alive.
I'm very lucky. I told someone that it was like the greatest rush I ever had.
It began as just another workday.
I was painting a water tower. We had just painted part of it the day before and was fixing to paint the belly of it. That's when everything started happening. It scared me.
Scaffolding holding Walter while he was painting fell out from underneath him. Investigators later found that one of the scaffold's clamps wasn't properly attached. Without warning, the scaffolding plummeted to the ground, leaving Walter dangling by his safety line.
I was in the air. Nothing you could hang on to or touch. And I had one help on the roof. And I hollered into that helper to go call the fire department rescue squad and tell them I'm 120 feet in the air.
Walter's terrifying experience changed his life. Now he makes his living painting industrial equipment on the ground.
I look at life a little different now. I don't take near the chances I used to. My little girl, she'd drawn a picture of me in a water tower. Didn't want me to do that no more. So I haven't been up on one since.
Walter was extremely fortunate that the Texas firefighters had begun high-angle rescue training. At training camps, such as Houston's Brayton Field, firefighters are constantly kept up to date in the latest rescue techniques. Paul Cote's experience as a volunteer firefighter only intensified his commitment to helping others, and today he is a professional firefighter in Katy, Texas. Veteran firefighter Roger Leader couldn't be more proud of his colleague.
Paul was very brave in the fact that he took a very little bit of training and did something that most rescuers would have had hundreds of hours of training to do. He was incredible, and he remembered it all to the T.
Firefighters like Cote and Leader take their training very seriously so that they will always be ready, no matter the call.